Hello everyone, I'm super excited to bring you this tutorial about building in Koala Go Playground. And it's awesome that you have Koala Go because it is the best online tutoring program there is by far. I'm not being paid to say that or to make this video. I just love it and you can create anything with it, so it is incredible. I just wanted to show you a little bit of my wild dolphins aquarium and beach playground to give you an idea of the kind of things that you can do. And in this, as you see, I have used some real images and clip art images. And you can get those images on Canva, or I also use Daily Art Hub. If you pay for Canva Pro, which is about $12 a month and totally worth it, I will give you so many images. If you don't want to pay that, you can still use the free images on Canva, but it is a lot more limited. Another place that I use is Daily Art Hub, and it is awesome because it's all clip art, but you just pay, I think it's $35 one time, and then you have unlimited access for life. So everything that they add every day, which they do add something every day, you have access to forever for paying that one fee. So it is pretty incredible. So in order to start building, you want to go to teachwithkoala.com and open Koala Go. It's going to take you to the whiteboard, which is also amazing, but we don't want this wild dolphin aquarium and castle anymore. What we want is the winter playground, and the winter playground is what they are giving you for free when you sign up with Koala right now. If that changes in the future, this white button in the top right might say something different. That's okay. What you want to do first is click on that button so that it takes you to your activities where all your playgrounds are and all of your whiteboard activities, and make a copy of that winter playground. The reason we're going to do that is so that you can keep the winter playground to use and have a copy that we're going to change into being a blank canvas for you to use to build. So to make the copy, you just click on these three dots in the yellow circle and hit duplicate, and go ahead and rename it whatever you want to. And then we're going to click out of this with the right X here in the corner, and we're going to come down to the squirrel and click on that to open the playground. Now, as I'm floating into the playground here, I want to tell you about viewpoints. So for this overhead view, I'm holding down the right button on the mouse and just turning the mouse to get the angles that I want. And if I want to do first person view, I'm going to come down here to the eye for that. Now I'm in first person, and if I want to go back to the overhead view, I would just click on the eye again. The reason this is important to building is because let's say I want to add on to this wall right here, and so this is in the perspective of my first person, it's down at my eye level. So I want to stay in that viewpoint, and I want to click on this circle down here that has the A in it on the purple sticky note, and click on blocks and choose which block I want to use. So we have lots of different blocks you can choose from, and they keep adding more as well, so it's awesome. And we would just build out from here, okay? But if I wanted to make this castle taller, for example, I would want to do the overhead view, so that then I can just click on the block I want and the place I want to start building, and I can just build these blocks straight up like this, okay? And it goes really quickly, much more quickly than if I were down here in this view and trying to do it from down here. All right. All right, so that's why the perspective is important. But for the purposes of this video, I'm actually going to go into a project I'm working on right now. This is Lagooni's Island Challenge. And I have a long ways to go, and I got to fix those clouds. But anyway, so this is going to be pretty cool I think because it's going to be the first playground that is video game style. So the students will jump from rock to rock and all sorts of different things like that, like you would do in a video game. And you can time them or give them a certain amount of time to be able to try to complete the course, or they can try to beat their record time, things like that. But all along the way, of course, there are going to be a whole lot of educational activities. And so that is what makes it different than just playing a regular video game. All right, so I'm just deleting some of these blocks to make a little bit more room to show you. But first of all, just the basics. To build with the blocks, you're going to go back down to that circle with the A in it. Click on that, choose your block, and left click on the block, and then put it wherever you want it, and left click there. That places your block. And you can just put a bunch of blocks next to each other like this real quickly and make a wall. Okay, so the important thing to know here, though, is that in order for a block to be allowed to be placed somewhere, when you are building blocks that are connected together, the clear outline block has to have some of the existing block showing through it somewhere. So if you see here, when I have it on top of the existing block, you can see a little bit of the existing block through the bottom of this outline. So that means it will go ahead and place the block. Or here you can see it through the back of the outline. If you can't see anything through that, let's say I'm trying to put a block up on top of this one. See how it's not even letting me put the outline up there? That's because it doesn't have a way of recognizing that block through the outline. So what I would have to do is come over here, and in this case I would have to jump up. Whoop. Okay, try that again. Have to jump up on the block. It's going to jump over the block. Okay, let me jump on this one instead. There we go. All right, and then once I'm up there where the outline can have some of that block showing through on the bottom, then it will let me put a block there. So I hope that makes sense. Hope it's as clear as mud. Kind of hard to explain. If you can even see just a tiny bit of the existing block through it, it will let you put a block there. Okay, but if you can't see any at all, it's not going to do it. And so you're going to have to go to a different spot to do it. So that is just something to be aware of, so that you're not wondering why it is that it's not letting you put blocks someplace. All right, so if you want to delete blocks, you come down here to the shovel, and then you just click on the blocks that you want to delete. And the only thing about that is that sometimes you can end up deleting blocks you don't want to. So you have to kind of be careful of that. To stop deleting, you hit the red circle with the X in it. Now, the cool thing, really cool thing, that Koala did just yesterday was read my mind, because I wanted a way to be able to put multiple blocks down at a time, because when I did my aquarium playground, and everybody else who's done playgrounds has had to do this, you could only put one block down at a time. So it took quite a while. Now you can left click on your mouse and hold it down, hit the left shift button on the computer and hold that down, and then just drag your mouse to where it's as big as you want it to be. And then when you let go, which I didn't let go of the mouse that time, so that's why it didn't do it. When you let go of both the mouse and the shift key at the same time, it will put it there. Okay, so you can do lots of blocks at once, which is absolutely fabulous, and will cut playground building time by more than half. All right, so I want to show you putting images in now. In order to put an image in, you have to have blocks behind the image. So here I have a column of blocks. I can go down to the A again, scroll down to where it says Image Library, and then where it says Select Images, click on that and open the images on my computer, and I can choose an image and hit open on that, and then it will put the image into the library by alphabetical order, and you can just click on that, left click on it to get the image, left click on it to put it on the blocks, and left click on it again to open this toolbar on the left side. Then you want to resize it to the size you want. You can left click on it to move it around. If it's something where you make a very big image, then you're going to probably need more than one column of blocks, because it will do this. Once you go off the block, you move it around off the block, it's going to go on the side, or if it's going to go down here on the floor. So if you're making your image really big, you want to put a couple of columns of blocks, you know, a few spaces apart to be able to do that. All right, and then when you have it where you want it, you go to the left toolbar again, click on the lock button to lock it in place so that it can't be moved around accidentally or deleted accidentally by you or your students. And then if you want it to be freestanding, you go to the shovel and delete the box, and then you have it freestanding. It's as simple as that. If you want your students to be able to walk through the images, then you don't do anything, because you can go through the images automatically. Sometimes you want them to walk through it, like for example here I have this cave up here on the top of these stairs that I want them to walk right through the image, so it's like they're going to the cave. But sometimes you don't want them to be able to walk through the images, and so then you have to have a wall of blocks behind it so that they can't walk through. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is just pretty obvious, but if you don't need a freestanding image, then all you do is just put the image up against the wall. So here is inside the volcano, and it will be full of lava images when I'm done. And they are just up against the wall, and then I locked them in place. And I'm not deleting any blocks because I need the volcano to still be here. So that is pretty obvious, but I just wanted to point that out. If there are any other questions that you guys have, then I would love to make another video about that. So please, you can PM me at Deanna Sherrill Terry on Facebook, or find me on the Koala group page. Because I have to mark this video as for kids on YouTube, it's not going to let me have comments on it. So frustrating. So you'll have to contact me one of those other ways, but I would love to help you out, so let me know. But this is pretty much most of what you need to know, I think, to be able to build the playgrounds. I was trying to think of other things, but I haven't been able to, so so I hope you guys have fun building and have a great day. Bye.